Here we are what is positive displacement compressor. We will discuss over that. A positive displacement compressor works by introducing a specified amount of air into compression chamber where the air is compressed by mechanically reducing its volume. It is known as a positive displacement compressor because it compresses the working medium by displacing the volume of the compressor chamber. This compressor has forward and backward moving components such as plunger, piston, diaphragm, or vanes inside the compression cylinder. A positive displacement compressor can't provide a continuous flow of fluid. Positive displacement compressors have low efficiency than centrifugal compressor. The PD compressors have excellent quality, high reliability, affordable cost, and high versatility. Therefore, positive displacement compressors are most commonly used in LPG plants, refrigerators, chemical plant, fertilizer industries, shop cylinders, and many other applications. Bike pumps and bicycle pumps are the most common example of positive displacement compressor. Positive displacement compressor working principle works on displacement principle. The working of the PD compressor is very simple. It works in following way. First of all, the air is drawn from the suction valve to compressor chamber. The compressor uses a moving component such as piston, plunger, or diaphragm to compress the air. This reciprocating component has to and fro motion inside the compressor chamber. Reciprocating component reduces the volume of the compression chamber and compresses the air when the compressor of the air or gas reaches according to the requirement through discharge valve opens and compressed air is discharged. After this, the compressed air or gas is stored in storage tank or delivered to the desired area. So these compressors have one or more compression chambers and multiple inlet ports. The positive displacement compressor has different types, but the working principle of all these types is the same. The simple example of positive displacement air compressor is a bicycle pump, where air enters the cylinder and compressed by moving piston. After that, it transferred to the bicycle tires. Positive displacement compressor types: reciprocating compressor, rotary vane compressor, circle compressor, and diaphragm compressor. Rotary circle compressor is a very famous and common positive displacement air compressor type. It uses rotary screw for air compression. As the screw of the compression start rotating, a vacuum starts producing inside the compression chamber. Due to this cavity, the compressor sucks air into the cylinder. After the suction process, the inlet valve closes and the compression process starts. Two rotating screws compress the air that rotates regularly and runs through the chamber. With each revolution, the air pressure increasing gradually until it reaches up to desired pressure. These type of positive displacement air compressors collect pollutants from the air and lubricate the compressor part themselves. These compressors are lubricated by an air-oil mixture. This mixture lowers the temperature of the rotating parts. Oil in the air must be filtered properly before using for final applications. The oil presence improves the operating efficiency of the equipment. Maximum output of rotary compressor is mostly 600 horsepower. It is compulsory to remove the oil from the air before it exits to the screw compressor. This compressor requires a large combined degreasing filter, commonly referred to as an oil separator filter. This part should be replaced regularly. Failure to do so will result in excessive oil flow or high pressure drops. The previous screw compressors were inefficient compared to double-acting reciprocating compressor. The latest screw compressors tend to have outstanding efficiency in full load. A common screw compressor has motor control and all power, oil and air cooler. It has also safety devices that are fully packaged and pre-installed most ever machines. Rotary vane compressor. This PD compressor works on the same principle of the rotary cycle compressor works, but the difference is that these compressors use vanes as an alternative to screw for compressing the air in the chamber. Like the oil injector, the vane compressor requires the same components for the separator and oil system parts. In general, smaller separator size result in more oil remaining in the vane compressor than a similar reciprocating piston compressors. This type of compressor's full load efficiency is usually medium and the power load performance is heavily influenced by the control method. With the exclusion of the varying displacement, the control method of the vane compressor is essentially the same as that of compressor. A reciprocating compressor uses a piston or plunger that moves at constant speed to introduce the air into the compression chamber and compresses it. Typically, one movement of a piston sucks the air in the chamber and the other movement compresses it. These type of displacement compressors are designed for double or single chamber. The reciprocating compressor has the ability to deliver up to 1000 horsepower. The machines are usually cheap to maintain and buy. Screw compressor has a pair of offset scroll blades. It has different solid scrolls. Typically, it has fixed movement. The other is eccentric. This process sucks the gas in at compress. It is one of the most silent types of positive fluid compressor. The spacing between the solid screws is minimal, which makes the volume very efficient. There is the diaphragm compressor, is the most famous type of a BD compressor. This compressor uses a diaphragm to compress the air that's inside a compressor chamber. This diaphragm has a rotary movement due to it which compresses the working fluid. The diaphragm compresses most to usually transfer toxic gases. Positive disadvantages of positive displacement compressor. Positive displacement compressor requires high maintenance. It has high noise as compared to dynamic compressor. Not appropriate for high flow rates. These compressors are not suitable for dirty gases. Positive displacement compressor has a limited range of capacity. It is less reliable. Application of positive displacement air compressor. Positive displacement compressors are used in refrigerators. These compressors are most commonly employed in chemical plants. They are used in hydraulic cylinder. They are used in auto shop workshop. It is known as a positive displacement compressor because it compresses the working fluid by displacing the cylinder volume. It uses a reciprocating component such as piston or plunger for compression of the working fluid. As positive displacement compressor has the following most common examples that are used in daily life: bicycle pump, reciprocating compressor, piston, plunger, and diaphragm compressors.